bitch. I don't. It's Corinthia, like I fucking just said.
Oh, that was good.
Because I love my damn name. First of all, I hate when people butcher my shit, first of all. So the only time I allow someone to call me something differently is when you're of age.
Fair.
Outside of that, bitch, you better.
Hey, we about to get it in.
Which is Corinthia. Look up the Bible.
Everybody called me.
That's how I know it. But when you can't say it, that's how I know you won't go to church. You ain't got nothing but God in you.
Church is a different conversation, though. We've been rolling.
I almost matched.
Yes.
Who never go? I hit
record, boy.
I hit record.
Just now?
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
The
whole Corinthia.
I got you. Okay, cool.
I mean, Corinthia means beautiful, so I'm sorry.
Corinthia is a beautiful name, people.
It is. Look it up on Facebook. I'm a part of the group. You know what, though? Sadly, when I was a kid, I legit thought I would be the only one in Corinthia. Yeah. And then Facebook slapped my face and I joined that group.
That's fair.
So,
it's like when you see a car that you brought and you would never see before, and you just see
exactly. But I'm thankful I've never met one in person. So funny. Yeah. So,
do you feel like
dope? That's a dope.
Think you love it along?
That's a dope feeling.
It's like
this dude at Best Buy today was like,
me and your doppelganger. It's weird.
He was like, you got a superhero name. I was like, Johnny Jones. He was like, yeah, like Clark Kent. I was like, oh, it's fair. I mean, I'm not the only one. But
is that
like,
how West thing though? What? A y'all thing?
That's how West thing.
Yeah, because I was on the phone with my friend, not to cut you off, but he kept on saying, what that New York thing is, I ain't gonna hold you. And the whole time, like, so I'm old, really. The whole time I'm thinking this nigga finna get off the phone with me. So I'm thinking like, oh, okay, all right.
I ain't gonna hold you the whole
and he
time.
kept on saying, I'm not gonna hold you though. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thinking like, all right. In my head, that's in the conversation.
Hey, you don't even shut up. You just keep
He just kept going. That's what I'm like. What the hell does this mean? I almost want to call my husband.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the podcast, Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken. It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself.
Mr. Man. Flies for the KJ, who always got something to say.
We got that shit on camera, just so y'all know. We got the lovely Corinthia in the building.
Don't mispronounce that shit.
Yeah, do not look it up if you cannot. Ask your grandmother, preferably. I'm sure she'll know.
If you're new to the channel, you feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, follow the YouTube, Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken. Follow the TikTok, you feel me? Follow the IG, 2Vec Pod, and the Twitter, 2Vec Podcast, the number 2 VEC Podcast. You know what I'm saying? As we mentioned in the last episode, if you saw it or if you heard it, we got some new shit coming. You know what I'm saying? We about to be doing more live content. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that. You feel me? But we about to talk some shit. You feel me?
Follow the Facebook page. I know it's new.
We just created that.
I know it's new, but go ahead, follow the Facebook page.
2Vec Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and go like, you know what I'm saying? However Facebook work. I'm more of an IG person, but you know what I'm saying? We need it for what we about to be doing.
Can I give a disclaimer though?
Disclaimer is very, very welcoming.
Disclaimer, guys, this is not a Whitney situation. I just sweat on my nose, so I have to like.
Oh, that's so funny.
Like I'm really hot.
I don't think they would have even noticed. But Corinthia,
if they didn't, they mean they don't got a sense of humor. So
that's fair.
I definitely would have caught that.
I think people would.
You got a New York accent. Caught that.
Where can the listeners and the viewers find you? Where's your social? Where's your social? I know one is Corinthia _ moments.
Yeah, that's my IG. So if you want to find me there, I do not give up my Snapchat address.
Spell that name out for them.
CORINTHIA _moments.
Yeah, I definitely would have spelled that wrong. Actually, no, I wouldn't have. But in my head, I was like, I'm gonna spell it wrong.
It's literally
how you say it. Core.
And if you were in school, you really
I probably still would have got it wrong.
Know how to break your syllables down, guys. How many?
Yeah. I know, right? You know. So we really over on 2Vec, you know what I'm saying? If y'all been following us, you know, it's typically, you know, very male heavy. You know, we've been trying to we've been getting a lot of female influence, you know, as far as why y'all don't have females on the show, you know. So we trying to lean towards that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We still gonna continue to do us, you feel me? But it's always good to have a woman's perspective every now and then, you know. So we gonna talk some shit, you know. Just come vibe with us. You know, we got the chicken out here. Oh, what's that? West Side Crazy all day. You feel me? I know y'all heard it too. He just peeled out too. That's probably the same dude in that XRT I was behind. He was peeling out. He scared one girl. Anyway, super random. Yeah, we gonna talk some shit. You know, we got the chicken going, we got the beverages, we got the H2O, the agua. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had to do something extra because you know we got special guests. You know, and they got special requests. So you know we gotta do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like that. But anyway, KJ, how you feeling, man? What's good?
Good, man. It's been a long week. Couldn't wait to do this.
It's only Wednesday. It's crazy, right?
Only Wednesday, but it's been so long though.
But we love Wednesdays.
Yeah. So the anniversary of the George Floyd thing. Maybe they just wore a little extra on me, and I just never paid attention to it. Things like that always just like sneak up on me, and I never like really pay attention to it. So, but I've been able to like take care of myself and you know,
That's
bounce
good.
back and just chill, get in my own little zone and do what I need to do to recover. You know.
No, it's fair.
So,
Last week was like a drag for me. I don't know why. It just was. We always kind of find ourselves sometimes in like these little funks. You know, I'm definitely not this perfect every day. You know, I'll try my best to be every day at it. You know what I'm saying? But it's always little moments that you find yourself like, oh, I don't feel like doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But anyway, I've been on it this week. You know what I'm saying? And here we are. You feel me? So. Anyway, let's jump into the first topic. You know what I'm saying? Because we was pre-gaming and having convos early, and it was starting to get a little edgy, a little heated. You know what I'm saying? So that's a better word, exciting. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna jump right into it. You feel me? In a relationship, if respect is not there, does the status matter? In a relationship, if the respect is not there, does the status matter?
You can't have nothing without respect.
That's fair.
That's first and foremost.
I think you need to be in here.
Hell, that's
There you go, sir.
before love, to be honest.
Sure.
Say it again. I don't think they heard you.
Before love, you better respect me more than you love me. Because feelings of love can turn to hate at any point. Because even I've seen the best of enemies still respect each other at the end of war. That's all I'm saying. So you gotta respect me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that was a good fight, my dude.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Much respect
Because
now.
when you win or lose something, what do? You shake up if you ain't have to, you know, to the death. You feel me? So it's like,
shit.
You know.
No, I agree. I feel like from a relational standpoint, let's just say like if there's a woman in a relationship with a man and she has no respect for him, then she just gonna walk all over him. He gonna do whatever she tell him to do.
And she gonna do whatever she wants.
And she gonna do whatever she want to do. Yeah, that's a good point. But even that goes to the.
With an extent on that, because I feel like he was doing everything and anything, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So, but
he's in his current state, because he's still doing everything and anything.
When he about to get divorced now or something,
yes,
right?
She just
she caught him cheating or some shit.
I think it's just been a power love because they had the robbery due to, I believe.
Yeah.
Probably speculation due to him.
Oh yeah.
But I think the final thing was.
And then probably maybe cheating, but that never came out.
It was on video, apparently.
The cheating?
Apparently, yeah, he got caught on video. And 4K is how he got caught in HD, boy. Watch out. So anyway, yeah, I always thought he was a lame, but that's just my opinion.
You got the touch of the corn on.
That's just my opinion. But anyway, just from shit I visually saw, like I was like, well, okay. Anyway, but no, that goes back to the Jill Scott thing, though, right? Like, you feel me? When she was on, I don't even know what station that was. Was that Breakfast Club? Breakfast Club. Yeah, when she was talking about the level of respect if a man can like lead or et cetera, and it's good for her relationally because if he can't, then she's just gonna walk all over him. She's just gonna do what she want to do, and it just levels to it, I guess.
Yeah, of course it is, because you respect someone more who knows a little bit more than you do, at least for me, because then it makes me be in a position like I need to listen a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's in a field and or an area in life that I feel my partner knows best in.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and it's an even broader or more generalized thing. Like even just as far as like if you dating, right? And it's like let's say it's our first date. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like and you text me and no, actually you don't even text me. I say, hey, I'm available at 7:00. Does that work for you? And if it does, then that's great. If it doesn't, you respond, oh, can we do 8? Okay, cool. Meet me here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna respond. Or I'm not gonna ask you. You feel me? Oh, what you want to do tonight? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna lead every step of the way. Everything we do is gonna be an adventure. Everything we do is gonna be me leading the way and you just being a part of that adventure. Mm-hmm. If it's the opposite, it's like, oh damn, okay. From a female's perspective, this is just me making an assumption. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? If I'm asking you what we gonna do, you feel me? Then we get done with whatever you said that we should do, and then now it's like, oh, what you wanna do after this? Like what? He has no plan. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta stay ready. You feel me? So you ain't gotta get ready. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the respect thing, and that's how it goes.
So you rather have a plan than think on your toes?
No, I'm very spontaneous. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying if it's a first date scenario, I'm not going to be asking you questions like what you want to do on the first date. No, I'm gonna plan it out. You feel me? Now,
question.
Go ahead.
Do you give information that is a need to know? More like dress code, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you all of that. Yeah, without you having to ask.
Okay.
Understand what I'm saying? Yo, wear a nice dress. You know what I'm saying? Meet me there at 8. Meet me here at 8. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I'm already have something in my mind that I want to do. You feel me? And we can move towards that. And if you ain't feeling it and you in the moment, you feel me, want to do something different, then that's cool. Yeah, all right, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? From a spontaneous level, like you feel me. But it's like, I don't know. I think a lot of men find themselves.
Because I hate the.
No, go ahead. Spit your game. Talk your shit. Spit your piece. Like.
No, yeah, because it's like I really, it's such a pet peeve of mine when guys initiate the whole, hey, let's hang out, let's do this, yada yada yada. I wanted to see you, but you have no plan.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, you wanted my attention to do what with me come up with everything we're gonna do. Yeah. Now I can see if it's a one-off occasion, then cool, we can bounce off each other, yada yada yada. But if it's every single time and you're always the one that's initiating this,
that's how dudes get flaked on.
What is this? What are we doing here?
That's how dudes get flaked on.
That's having no initiative to me, and that shows no leadership. And to me, that's not gonna make me want to go any further. Because the minute you drop the ball in my court, and I feel like this has been too many times, if you dropping this ball here, I'm leaving that bit. I mean,
do your thing.
Can I curse?
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm leaving that bitch down. Period. Like, you got me fucked up, my nigga. Like, no, I'm not doing that dumb shit. Like,
that's fair.
You want to constantly play games, be with action. Tell me, like, okay, hey, I want to see you. I want to take you here. Can you do this at this such a time? If I tell you weeks ago, hey, I get off at this time, yada, 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 and you still hit me with dumb shit, you are not going to be a date with me, bro. I'm sorry. That's a waste of time.
So you would dead it before it even starts?
I would dead that shit once it's, like, cause like, no, yeah, I'm dead that shit.
Okay.
I'm dead that shit.
She dead it. Are you looking at me?
See, it's more or less like, because I hate people like, well, how do you know things like, when you know yourself well enough, you know you don't need to go past certain boundaries.
She know what she wants.
And it's like, why waste your time and others? You're not going to do anything for me because I can see you're lacking leadership. This is your third attempt at hanging out, and yet it's going nowhere. What are we doing?
What are we here for?
Let me know.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
Okay. Yeah, bro.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That was a spicy kickoff. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
Thoughts, KJ? I mean, I agree with it. That's like, so for me personally, I've always kind of been that way. I've always kind of felt like I've, naturally just kind of lead. I'm open to spontaneity. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not closed-minded. Like, if you ain't, there we go. We make up shit on, we make up shit on Tuvac,
Always.
I forgot we had that whole thing. So for me, it's like a given, you know what I'm saying? Because again, it's like, it's so easy to fall into, or a lot of guys fall into the trap of thinking way too much about it when we're naturally supposed to be leaders. Like, you feel me? So it's like, I don't know, man. Even with the whole D-Wade thing, like, I was a fan of D-Wade till he said what he said. Like, you know what I'm saying? D-Wade said, you feel me? He went into the marriage of Gabrielle talking about, like, he don't take the lead in his household, like, you know, he let Gabrielle, like, this what this nigga said, like, he said it on live in front of people. He said he don't take the lead in his household. He kind of like let Gabrielle lead. Like, now I couldn't even try to understand what he was saying because it really didn't make no sense, because it was just like, what? Like, what was your point of even coming out and saying this? Like, you feel me? It just made no sense to me. Like, I understand that Gabrielle had her own career and all of that shit before he got there, but it's funny because he said, oh, she had her own, like, you know, thing going on before. But listen, bro, you Wwyd, my nigga. Like, ain't nobody going up to Gabrielle and saying, oh, Dwayne, Dwayne, how I want to say it. Ain't nobody going up to Gabrielle saying, you feel me,
Wayne's wife.
Exactly, you feel me? People going up, look, come on, man. So it was just
but
weird.
I thought you said that in regarding something different.
Nah. My man was saying that. Go watch it. Go look at it. He was saying that basically, he just kind of like he said she leads the household, and from him saying that alone was just questionable because it's just like, bruh, like.
When you think about it, women technically do lead the household.
I mean, yes, in a lot of senses, but I'm not gonna come out and say, like, you feel me, like a women do a lot of things, right, in the household, right? So they got kids together, right? So, well, how many kids they got together? One.
They have technically, biologically one,
and then you know, yes. So
I thought it was two.
Nah, it's one. It's the little girl. It's the little girl.
Okay.
Nah, the other two was before her. You feel me? So that even says it right there. Like, she became a part of his life at the end of the day. Like, it's an honor for you to meet me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Wwyd. You feel me? It's the same. Listen. Go ahead. I'm just saying. At the end of the day, it's the same with the jail. It's the same with the Will and Jada thing, right? Ain't nobody walking up to Jada saying, oh, Will Smith your husband. They walking up to her saying, oh, you Will Smith wife. Think about that. Think about that. Nah, think about that. Like, Will Smith, right? I mean, to each his own. Like, they must have something on each other to make this nigga still even want to be married to Jada. But for me, like, it's like they kids grown. Like, what's the point of y'all still?
I mean, bro, clearly he's done something.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You feel me? So whatever that situation is,
it's not clear. You know,
it has to.
That's what I'm saying.
It has to. Because otherwise, he's just a goofy.
How are you goofy? Because just how all the thousands of women in the world getting goofy technically.
I mean, I ain't saying all of that.
Cheating ass niggas cheating on these dumb ass
shit like that. Shit like that.
I mean, look. I mean, we can bring up J and B too. We can bring up J and B too. We can bring up J and B. I'm just using that as an example.
Goofy too.
I'm just using. That's fair. That's fair. I'm just saying. I'm just using that as an example.
Don't fucking make an album. Don't go beat a nigga car in. Leave that nigga.
That's what I'm saying. So look, it's reverse. It's reverse, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing.
The one time a black man stays, it's she's stupid. But y'all be understanding, baby. Please, I'm sorry. Oh, my family's back. Fuck, you ain't mean this shit to this family at first.
Listen. So that's a perfect segue. That's a perfect segue. You feel me? Our black women.
We should have stayed there. Well, go ahead.
This is a perfect segue because we don't want to stay on it too long. You feel me? Our black women partially to blame for black men dating outside their race.
Boom.
Our black women partially to blame for black men dating outside their race.
No.
That's a flat no.
Flat no.
Really?
Yeah.
Expound on it, my brother KZ. You feel me?
I'm like Jones say.
Because you're comparing like oranges and oranges. This is not apples and oranges. You're comparing oranges and oranges. We've been through the same plight. We've been through the same shit. And yet you motherfuckers think y'all did that shit on y'all own.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Shit like that.
I'm gonna say this. The light, the intensity, the depth, and everything that you feel as a black woman, I feel 10 times more. Period. You can never tell me how it feels to be a black man inside of America, knowing that everybody, including the black woman, who I do not personally know, is against me. You do not know how it feels to have a complete target on your back by everybody just because of the fact that you perceive to be something that you do not know how they're going to see you. So you have this automatic parameter. But that's not even what this is about, right? What this is about is you ain't see me when I was nerdy.
Yes.
Now that I'm popping,
you want me shooting in the
now
gym?
that I'm popping, you want me, right? And now it's my fault that I'm dating Becky and I'm dating Serena and all these other people. No, you're not dating
Serena. Y'all dissing Serena.
Okay, I didn't say that Serena. I meant Selena.
So exactly. But the point
is, but yeah, so that's what it was pretty much about. When you overlooked me when I was in my grind until I'm popping, and now it's just like, come on now, what you mean? Don't like no.
Yes, that put down their women. Yes.
Everybody put down. So first of all, every culture has put down their women. Every culture, you just can't say the black man is the only one.
But y'all at the top.
No, but in your eyes, though.
Exactly. So in your eyes, we don't know what it's like to be a black man.
I think we missing the.
But don't make it as if that is the reasoning to be like, well, because you only experienced 75% of the abuse and bullshit that I went through.
It's not even about that.
I'm gonna go and jump over here to Becky.
But it's not about that.
How are you talking about?
What it's about is when I was checking for you while I was grinding with my little dirty fro and my little musty arms, you weren't checking for me.
So you
but now I can go buy. Now I can go buy my degree.
Actual nerdy girl down the street around the corner.
But back then,
doing the same
stuff. Becky was still checking for me with my little musty arms and my nappy fro.
But just because you didn't check around the corner, that's her fault?
Okay, no, obviously I was checking around the corner. You weren't trying to pick me up because you wanted to pick up somebody more established.
Think about it. So because the one did not want you, now you want to rule out the all.
It's not all.
But that's how black men do it.
But it's not. You can't say that.
Literally,
you can't say that. So let's say this, right? Let's take this, right? As a kid growing up in a black environment, right, and not being able to fit in, we can say like a Childish Gambino. If you put him in any hood as a young kid who probably was very artistic, not autistic, but artistic, and probably was in his own zone, comic book kid or whatever, whether it's the truth or not, 9 times out of 10, most of the black women weren't checking for him. But who was accepting him? The women who were not of black color.
And we just had that conversation off camera. When I
we
told
did,
you I had
and so
the exact same way.
Okay, right. So we don't.
So it's like
talk about it differently.
It's the same thing.
So let me ask you this,
just
Brandon.
because you're not running into the black women that look like you as far as what you're into.
So I can't go to Texas though when I'm 15 though. I can't go to another state to find these other girls.
Thing. Let me put it flat and simple versus the whole nerdy. I'm just talking about the race part and why black women have an issue with it. For me and what I feel, for what I see, right?
All right, go ahead.
It's not about what you do, it's about how you go about doing it.
Fair.
We don't give a fuck if you dating a motherfucking alien around the corner, bitch. Just don't disrespect us in the fucking process.
But you do, though.
But you do. That's what y'all do.
But you
That's
do.
what I'm saying.
No. I'll say
y'all
this.
disrespect us while saying, hey, this is what I like.
Fair. It's a
preference. Black women ain't shit because, the one bitch that I wanted didn't want me when I was up and down,
That ain't every black man, though. That is not every black man.
But that's what y'all do. And then y'all want to group all black women.
Stop, because...
So you want to say that's not every black man. That's not every black man. But 10 out of 5. But you just want to sit here with all the 5 of that sit here. So
look, let me say this then.
They group all black women.
Let me say this.
Let me say this. There's no record of them saying that.
Right, so let me say this.
So there's no record of black women. You got all black women on camera and saying black men ain't shit.
So look, listen, let me say this.
Get out.
So the root word is partially, are black women partially to blame for black men dating outside their race.
No.
Right. So who is partially?
There is no partially.
Somebody's to blame.
How is it to
from a cultural standpoint?
That's what I'm saying. Why is that the issue of we have to place the finger on why you're doing what the fuck you're doing? What the fuck I gotta do with what you doing?
Because you yell at me when I do it.
Shit like that.
It's just like this, right? Like. If I don't pick up my socks, stop. If I don't pick up my socks, right, and everybody acts like they don't see them, and then somebody just come in the house, why the fuck all these socks on the floor? Who ain't picking them up? Like you yelling at me for something I chose to do.
Black women just put the sock on the floor and not pick it up.
Let me ask you this.
Let
me ask you this. Do you think black women or black men get more slack for dating outside of their race? Who do you think get more?
Shit, feminist. So
who do you think get more shit? Black women or black men for dating outside their race? From your experience and what you've seen, in your years of life, who do you think gets more shit for doing it? Black men or black women?
Black men for sure.
Face
Why?
first.
Because I just explained it. It's how you guys go about it. Because listen.
Oh, so you saying okay? No, I heard you.
Dates outside of her race.
Well, that's a double standard, though.
But that's what I'm saying.
A little bit.
The whole time, y'all are not listening to what I'm saying.
No, because black women will dog you too. Black women will come out and dog a black man and be like, "Oh, well, Bobby treats me way better." Get the fuck out of here. Bobby cheats just like I just cheated. What you talking about? This nigga just got a little bit more paper than I do.
And
so
that bitch, that Puerto Rican bitch finna yell at you just like I yelled at you.
And
what
that's
what
fair.
you talking about?
I mean, but at the same
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
She sounded a little Spanish right there, didn't she?
But all I'm saying
But
is,
aquí,
Don't make
papi.
it make sense, my nigga. It don't.
But
Y'all want to say, oh, it's this and that. But it's
So
this
you
and that.
saying-
what
so
are
you saying-
your decision has absolutely nothing to do with me because listen, what I'm saying is this: I am a black woman that dates outside of my fucking race.
Fair.
So while I'm dating outside my race, I'm not saying black men they shit because they treating me like shit, and
got
that's
you.
all I've dated all my fucking
but
life.
that's not every black man that's saying that.
But
though,
that's
either.
what I'm saying. But the men that are in the limelight
So it's an
and
opinionated
or the,
thing.
the
Yeah, here
ones
we
that
go.
are doing that
Okay, here we go.
are the ones that are putting the group of black women in the majority.
But stop. So you're taking a group of successful black men, right, and saying that because that's who's in the limelight. That's who's in the limelight. I can give you a bunch of average black women who are not in the limelight who dog black men. You said this though.
I said limelight, the ones that are frank. Go ahead. You want
limelight, successful, and what else? What's the other one? No. Limelight, successful, and what else? What's the other one? No, please tell me.
I don't remember.
Come on now, don't do that. Please tell me.
I mean, it's like a cat. You talking about a category?
She said she named three. She said she named three. Can you tell me the three?
I don't remember the third.
Okay, so we'll say two. Limelight and very successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're still talking about what? A 1%, or we're
Yeah, the
talking
1%.
about we're talking
Let's say
about
the
5%. 5% of the
wow.
black men
Okay,
who are at the
that's
top of their game, right, are talking about the women who they will not even interact with at the bottom or in the middle. I can take the middle bunch of women and they'll still be dogging the black man. Period. No matter what position he's in. That's the difference. The mediocre woman will talk about and dog the mediocre black man. And that's the problem.
So
when
this
we
is
come
my-
down to it.
This is,
But still,
it's twofold. But this is my, and this
we can
and this,
continue
like-
off camera.
yeah. But this is my,
We gotta continue off camera.
This is my.
There ain't gonna be no end to this shit.
Right,
You understand?
right. But this is how we can come to some sort of own personal. You feel me? And then once I say this little piece, then KJ, I'm gonna let you do the next topic. But I feel like at the end of the day, there's so many different race, so many different, you feel me, nationalities, and people of different ethnicities in this world that we live in, or just even the United States in general. That no one person can meet all different, you feel me, nationalities or races. So it always, and that's the thing, I never understood how it can, because I'm a person who dates outside of his race. I went to elementary school where it was mixed, you feel me. I went to all black high school, and then I went to an all white school after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've been introduced to all these different races. I was never, now for me personally, black gonna always be queen. Like at the end of the day, like I just can't get away from that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not opposed to dating outside of my race. And so when I do it, I'm not gonna say black women ain't shit. You feel me? I'm just one of those percentage people that ain't gonna do it because. Now, I will say that for some odd reason. No, I ain't saying you did. I'm just saying for some odd reason, though, percentage-wise, or however you want to, build the numbers up.
I agree.
You did. A lot of women do dog it, you feel me, when a lot of black men date outside their race. And it's always kind of interesting to me because, personally, even using Childish Gambino, y'all don't even know Childish Gambino. Y'all don't know what the fuck he went through and, you feel me, had to deal with. If I'm just using black women as an example, maybe nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he just has a preference. At the end of the day, it's all about preference. You feel me? Like, people just like what they like. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there should never be any dogging of it because people feel like you need to stay inside of your realm. Like, no, don't put me in no box. Like, I don't like to be in no bubble. Like, because it's going to bust at some point. Like, you feel me? Yeah. And at the end of the day, I don't think there will ever be a way around it. I think it'll continue to happen. Just because of the world we live in. But, yeah, I just wanted to close on that. And if y'all have any closing things that y'all want to say to that topic, if not, we can talk off cam. But let's go to the next one. You feel me? If you are new to the channel, You feel me? Go to YouTube, follow Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Is it okay for, are women black women partially to blame for black men dating outside their race? It's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? But like the Twitter, like the IG, you feel me? The Facebook, you feel me? 2VEC podcast, number 2 VEC podcast, you feel me? Again, we got the lovely Corinthia on. You know what I'm saying? Follow the IG, with Corinthia _ moments. You feel me? With the C, not a K. And I randomly ran into it. I was like, oh shit, Facebook got a date now. Let me go and create a profile real quick. You feel me? Interesting. But I think on there you can your preferences, you can set them to certain ethnicities that you just want to focus on. Like,
I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
It's on one of them other apps too. So I only use Tinder and Bumble and Facebook Date now. There's another one, Hinder, but that shit kind of lame.
I think I ran across my brother on Bumble.
That's
before
really
he got
funny.
in his relationship.
That's really funny.
Before he got in his relationship, Liz. It's before he met you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Name drop.
I mean,
we don't know you, Liz, but hey.
Sorry.
Hey, girl.
No, so what's the question again, KJ?
Are black men disappointed while dating in this day and age? We can flip it though, because you're not a black man who's
Yeah. I was gonna just speak for myself as a black man, but
go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I understood your point about it. Like, it can be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just from a individual relationship standpoint. But I do feel like we get the butt end of the stick a lot from a relational standpoint, and maybe that just has a lot to do with, like, a lot of us just don't know how to date traditionally, or interaction
with a person to person instead of going on.
I am one of those people, honestly, because I've been on Tinder. I've only been on Tinder since half of quarantine, so more like the end. And I've had Bumble for years, but I would go on and off there because it's just like,
I hate them all.
It's weird to me. I feel like my personality is meant to be an in-person
type of dude. Like, I can
be bubbly through the phone too, but if you're not giving me much, it's just...
See, I'm not trying to text you all. I'm not trying to text you all day.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm Gucci. If we match, I'm going to come at you right away. You feel me? I'm going to use something specific from your profile to, like, speak on, and then I'm going to come at you right away. Like, you feel me? Oh, what do you got going on this weekend? I'm free Friday. I'm gonna come straight at it. You feel me? And if she'll, and that's fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To set up whatever we trying to set up. You feel me? But I'm not trying to, not through the app. I'm not trying to do that shit all day through the app. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you for real, a lot of women on there to just pass time and for validation and seeking attention. Like, I mean, that's just facts. It just is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Before I say no.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I do get bored. I don't go in there for the attention. I go in there because I'm bored.
Okay.
I mean, but I do more swiping left than I do swiping right.
Okay.
And then I feel bad about myself because I'm like, bitch, are you shallow?
Well, I mean,
it's a left swiping.
It's whatever
so then I get up and I'm just like, okay, this is
so what's your type, Corinthia? Since we got you on here, what's your type?
I have a type. Literally.
Why you swiping left then?
Shit like that.
I ain't got a type. Hey.
Meaning
bad bitches is the only thing that I like. Sorry.
Period.
Anyway.
So it's like, I don't have a type as far as meaning you have to be this one type of
parameter.
That's
fair. Okay.
Meaning, I like what I like when I see it. If I see you and something about you is intriguing, or I want to get to know it, whether it's conversation that draws me in,
okay, I was going.
The looks that draws me in, me reading something funny off your bio that draws me in.
Okay.
That's my thing, versus just being solely, because sometimes I've literally swiped people just solely off reading the bio alone, not even looking at their picture like that. Looking at the picture but thinking, that's
so specifically.
Were you disappointed though when you saw these pictures?
So specifically,
but that also makes up for personality.
So I'll use myself as an example. You saw my bio earlier. Would have swiped left or right? You want to say it again?
I read it real fast, so yes.
That's fair.
But that first part threw me because it was like, if I'm in the mode of being serious,
okay, that's fair.
Then I don't know if I would because you're looking for play.
That's fair.
Dang.
Now,
and I wouldn't hold that against you.
If I'm in my mode of play, and I'm like, that nigga gonna be a good time, then off that first part that I can remember, yes, I would have swiped right.
That's gonna be. I need to play that, boy.
Yeah, because see, I'm sarcastic as hell. It's the problem
Right?
for me.
Yeah, right.
I'm sarcastic, so.
Okay, I like that in you. Yeah, I like that in you. Tinder. I can't stand none of them. I just feel like.
See, that's the closer.
Right.
See, that's the hook, line, and sinker there.
Exactly.
See, it's
You feel me?
funny. It's the sarcastic shit for me that I like. See, because I feel like if you can't take my humor, then we can't gel. We won't work. Because I am sarcastic as hell. People, like, yeah, no.
So what's the reverse of this?
I have dark humor too.
KJ. I like all
Reverse?
humor. Yeah, what's the reverse of this? So we can
Is
talk
it hard
some
to
shit.
find a good woman in today's
Hell yeah.
society?
It's hard finding these bitches. Even the ones that claim they want to be friends with benefits. Is where you at, ho?
Shit like
where
that,
you
shit
at?
like
Because
that.
then, like this. Okay, so I'm also on this other app, Tammy.
Mic drop.
Because
I'm sorry,
we were
who?
only talking about
What's it called? It's
Tammy.
called Tammy? That's an app?
It was for them.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
technically, you would think that, which
Sorry.
is why I downloaded it because my girl told me to. No, guys are on there as well, trying to get with us, and I'm just like, I thought this was a lesbian.
You ain't even
app.
supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here, sir. And I'm not talking about the ones that are with us, meaning our trans community, our not our people that are actually women. I mean, men that identify as men looking for pussy. Why are you on a lesbian app, sir?
I can blame lesbians too.
So I'm
Shit like that. Shit like that.
you know, technically yes, but I'm just like, what the
I
hell?
like that shit.
Like I get so
Shit like
people
that.
always
Shit like
it's just weird. But anyways, back to the point. So these
You got a
bitches, they be
dildo, I got a
lying.
natural dildo. What you talking about? No, I'm just.
They be
Yeah.
lying. So I had to literally, like, right now, currently in my bio, let me go to it because I had to like be blamed because I'm tired of these bitches matching to me and being on fuck shit.
Like
Like,
these bitches want from a
do
nigga.
not swipe on me. If
Oh,
this
so
is
you
not
talking
what you're
about the women? Okay, because we still on
I'm
the
still, we're
topic
talking
of
about women because I'm in that
are
category.
are good women hard to find. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So she doing twofold right now.
Oh, okay. So let me give you one I did match with. Met this bitch in person and everything.
Okay, let me get this hookah
First
though
of
while you
all,
talking.
She didn't match really much with
Pull your
me.
thing
She
up.
gained a little bit of weight, so I wasn't too mad because I gained a little bit of weight.
During quarantine?
Quarantine.
Okay,
But,
that's fair.
cool, so I let it shit slide. I ain't that shallow. But the bitch turned out to be crazy. A little bit that I know. I mean, clingy, instant. She's one of those I love you people in the week. Like type shit, like wanting to massage my feet, and I mean she was giving me all the other shit that I wanted, which is being very nasty and explicit.
See, that's weird. I like pretty feet, but I do not like people's feet touching me.
I don't
That is a
like
fucking
people touching my feet.
You don't like people
That's
touching your feet?
weird.
I don't let nobody touch my feet, but I do not like people's feet touching me.
Okay, so that's
Like,
what my
just
thing
like
say when
oh,
you see me.
God. That's like a cringy thing. It's what grinds my gears.
So it's like, do not waste your time. Oh, you didn't see it. It's at the time.
But you know what?
But it's like bitches.
My pet peeve.
Thanks, bro.
My fault. I ain't even trying to do that. It was like
Bitches was
I was
still
trying to
waste your
swerve.
time.
I'm sorry.
Want to talk, want to
Um,
meet up. They're like, yeah, I'm looking for friends with benefits too, and da 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 da.
So my short
what
answer
that
to
pussy
this,
over there?
my short answer to this question is, yes, they are hard to find, because I think a lot of women aren't true with themselves. Like you can't tell a lot of women the truth.
No.
I can't
disagree.
tell. I can't tell.
Okay,
But they
well,
want
you
the
said a
truth,
lot.
though.
You didn't say all. You said a
They
lot.
want the
Okay,
truth.
I agree. You
Thank
cannot
you.
tell a lot
Thank you
of
for
women
catching
the
that.
truth. This
You
is true.
can't tell a lot of women the truth because,
This
like,
is
even with what you saw with my thing, right? You'll get a lot of women going on, and this is experience. You feel me? I matched with a couple girls who had on their motherfucker bio, not here for the hookups, not here for the bro. Like, first of all, when I see that, I automatically know that you here for the hookups.
No, because I have that in mind as well. On my Tinder.
Listen. I'm using that as an example because I experienced it, right? So, and then again,
50-50.
lot,
Yes.
not all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some women be serious as fuck about it because they in a different mode. They trying to settle down. They trying to get a ring. They trying to whatever. You know what I'm saying? But the ones who ain't even at that level yet, like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of switch it up or some way to be sarcastic or funny, just like I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be on there putting yourself out, knowing you stunning, talking about, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I'm not for the one night stands. I'm not the fuck buddy. Come on, bro. We all human beings. Like, you feel me? We all go through the same, you feel me, temptations and trials and revved up. Damn, I'm horny today. Like, you know what I'm
Shit like
saying?
that.
Or this or that. Like, you feel me? Like, so it's like, be real with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women don't do that. You feel me? And at the end of the day, it's like...
But here's the real question: is it hard to find a good woman, or is it hard to find a woman that you want? Because there are
It's
good
hard to
women
find a
like
woman I
me.
want.
Like I'm a good woman.
It's hard to find a woman I want.
Well, what would define a good woman?
Thank you,
because so like you have like the IG models and the Cardi B's or like
that
women,
don't take
like,
away from them being
RG
good
models
women.
or anything, bro.
But at the same time,
but just because you're on there and that's what you're doing, that don't take away from nothing.
I didn't say it take away from
it don't.
From anything,
Again,
but
keyword not a lot. Keyword is lot. You feel me? Not all. Lot. You feel me? I wouldn't even fuck with no IG. I don't even like no. I like a solid 8.
They're not solid women.
No, a lot of them not. I heard a story the other day.
Right.
This was a guest somebody had on a podcast, and he was talking about he was dating this IG model for a while, and the way it ended, he was able to, you feel me, take full responsibility and say it was his fault, you know. And so basically, he was talking about he had got tickets to a concert. And the tickets, so he told his girl, like, you know what I'm saying, I got tickets to this concert. I think it was to like the weekend or some shit. I got tickets to the weekend concert, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he showed her the tickets. And her immediate response, she was like, oh, thank you. And then she was like, what we sitting at? Which is like, okay, that's a fair response. Like, shit, what we sitting at? I'll probably ask too, like, what we sitting at? You know what I'm saying?
Question I asked.
So she asked where they was sitting at, you feel me? And he was like, I don't know, I just know we got tickets to the concert, you know what I'm saying? So she saw the tickets and seats where they was sitting at. She was like, oh, I don't like sitting all the way back there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to get us some different tickets. So he like, all right, cool, do what you do, you know what I'm saying? So she ended up like working whatever she needed to work. And she hit him up like the day of the concert. And she like, oh, you ready? He like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm about to, you know, walk out the door. You feel me? Slide on you, whatever. And she was like, hold on, wait, before you go or whatever, like I'm at the box office and they only got one ticket that's closer, obviously, to their tickets. And he like, well, I mean, but I got 2 tickets, like, you know what I'm saying? And she like, well, I don't really like sitting back there. Ooh. He like, all right, well, if you want to just sit, if you want to get that ticket, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, do your thing. Hit me up after the concert, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll hit you up after the concert. First of all, he said anything about doing that in the first place. But he hit her up after the concert, no response. She never texted him, no nothing. He said he went on IG, looked at her IG. She was at the weekend after party.
Bang, 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 bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
That's all I'll say. I'll leave that at that. And that was an IG model. I'm just saying. It's.
I mean, well, hey, I just got.
You have to know what comes with the territory.
I matched with someone on Tinder. Thought he was a pretty decent dude. Gave him my number. We decided to meet up. Met up for the first time. Very first time. I have not heard. No, he was supposed to go on a trip. Got canceled. Then had to go like a few days later. I text him like, have a good trip, yada yada yada. He responds. Last time I heard from him was like that morning. I haven't heard from this man since. This was weeks ago.
How was the first date?
There was no first.
Oh, y'all never. You say y'all met up?
We met up. That was the meet because he had because I had went out of town, so we
Okay.
originally was gonna try to do a date, but I went out. So we had just met when I had already had my trip planned.
Gotcha.
Basically.
Okay.
So we really couldn't do any whole meeting up because I was going out of town.
Gotcha.
And then when I got back, he was going out of town. So
Gotcha.
we had did like a rush meet technically, basically.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if something happened, if the motherfucker ghosted
Let me ask you, what was? I mean,
I got a gift out of it, so I don't
clearly he
give a
did.
fuck.
But what's?
No, it's very clear he did.
That's
but
funny as fuck.
the-
So what's
I
his?
walked away with a gift.
What was his race? Was he black?
He was black.
Interesting.
Black, and this was the other thing about
Did you find him attractive?
Yes.
She stuttered.
No, I'm not lying. I
Okay.
did find him attractive. He was black, educated, everything.
Okay.
The whole 9 yards. Only thing that was my issue was like, damn, what happened?
Yeah. No, it's fair.
Literally, when I left, nothing.
He ghosted you.
We talked
Shit like
after.
that. Shit like that.
Because we talked days after and everything. I was just like, oh, okay, he goes me for sure.
He goes.
I ain't give a fuck. I got this gift out of him, and I was happy after that.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
so he
I'm
lost
like,
at the
if
end of the
This
day.
is what dating is. Sign me the fuck up.
Why he bring a gift?
Why did he give me the gift? Don't ask me.
What was the gift? Do you
A
mind saying?
guitar.
This
Shit
nigga
like
bought.
that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
And a good guitar at that.
This nigga bought you a guitar and then ghosted you. Wow, that's interesting.
On my son. And then I gave it to my son.
That's
We're doing
interesting.
Face first.
That's
Face
interesting. Anywho,
I have, Dennis, I put the guitar on Snapchat.
I think
Yeah.
a good woman is hard to find nowadays because, no offense, there's such a high level of feminism where women are really
Is it feminism though?
I mean, it's whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm saying well, you can use that too. But I'm saying a lot of women are not bringing a lot of things to the table and are expecting the world. I give you the rain, the moon, the stars, the mountain. I'll give you the world. and so much more. You feel me? Anyway, shout out to Dr. BOA. But anyway, yeah, I think that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I feel like a lot of women aren't bringing half the things that they expect,
No.
right?
So then what about the women that are? And then you still be scared little motherfucking niggas and be like, oh, you're too successful.
A lot of them do. A lot of them do.
So, but are they?
What about that?
I mean,
what
I
about
don't,
that percentage of men?
Go
Because
ahead.
think about the black,
It's out there.
not just the
It's out
black
there.
women, but think about
It's
the
out there.
women in
But go
general
ahead.
that
Take
are
it.
highly successful, that men still don't want to date, all because, well, you don't show me a nurturing side. You don't show me a submissive side.
So
And I'm like,
I'll say
damn.
this.
So the
I'll say
women
this.
that are being submissive aren't good for you. The women that aren't educated aren't good for you. The women that are educated aren't good for you. When what the hell do you want?
talking crazy, cause
Just say.
Go ahead, cause
I feel like some men see the height and the equivalent of whatever you have. Let's say you are highly educated, and you do have this high profile job, and know that they cannot compete or match with other people. So why would they even put themselves in that realm, not knowing if they'll be submissive to you or not, and not knowing if you will be willing to be submissive to them or not? Because at the end of the day, it's just like if you put me in a category and I get expected, and I'm expected to like live this decent life because you helped me achieve whatever, and then you just like one day you're just like, oh well, like you want to just like be like boss whatever, or try to run me like you run your business or corporation or however you do it because you're this like top ladder. I think a lot of men are like, well, I'm not gonna go for that, so I'm not even gonna like chase after that. At the same time, men who you would meet who are just as educated. Men who you would meet who are just as educated and who are at that level know that they're not about to settle for someone like you, and so they're definitely living this like, we'll just say polyamorous life right now, because the world is that they're it's their world. Yeah. I got the money, I got the decent looks, I can afford all this. I know that you pretty much can't, and even if you can, I'm still a man at the end of the day, and I have a plethora of women out here to actually choose from. So even if you do want to do X, Y, and Z, like it becomes more complicated. And then depending on which realm you're in, you can't really date certain levels because our society has taught us we can't really date down, but we're supposed to date up so we can try to be motivated to do something. So when it comes to some men just aren't that motivated. So therefore, why would I date a woman who's gonna expect me to do a bunch of shit, knowing that I don't want to do a bunch of shit?
I mean, especially if she ain't matching that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if he's not, because she's actually vice versa. So yes, if he's not matching that, or if he's not comparing or trying to be potentially like whatever, then why would I even put myself in that bracket, right?
Fair.
So it's just like, of course, the high profile woman may not get a date, and so therefore she's forced to either date down, which she obviously don't want to do because of how it's going to look to her and her reputation, depending on what type of reputation she wants to have, just like a man.
I'm sadly in that man bracket though. I would not date down.
See, you won't date down?
I would not date. Well,
but men will date wherever they want,
younger,
though.
Yeah,
but and that's the issue. You motherfucker can date whatever.
But I think that's more.
It's a vice versa as well, because you also like the term cougar just don't come from anywhere.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have those select few. I know that.
Do you think women hit a wall?
I mean, let's think about this though, right? And not even being funny. The nigga who dated a 15-year-old is a fucking pedophile. But it's women who do the exact same thing.
I mean, 15 is pretty low.
26 and 17.
Think about it, because I know plenty of bitches in high school trying to date niggas older than them.
27 and 20,
it.
or 35 and 21, 35 and 22. Like vice versa, like age is age. But when it's flipped, it's just like, oh, I got this vet, and it's cool. Right? Because it's always cool for a dude, right? But when it's flipped for an older man, like, oh yeah, I got this girl who's like 21, you like, nigga, you about to be pushing 40. What you doing?
Do you think women hit a wall?
With dating?
Oh, you can use that. Yeah, since we talking about dating, do you think women hit a wall in dating? Right? Do you think? Okay. Is there a specific?
Because like even with me,
age to that.
Like I don't worry about being alone because I love my solitude.
It's fair.
I love that. I can revel in that. I have no issue with that. Being old is my garden and my fucking animals. Leave me the fuck alone. Worry about your own dick, nigga. But the point is, it's like...
It's fair.
But it's like, I worry about if I become too successful, no matter what I look like, I keep the body, I keep the looks, I keep the face, I will still not be dating the men that I want. Because now that I'm in this bracket with the men that I want, they really don't want me because I'm low-key kind of competition as well. And they're already judging me because they may not think I'm submissive because I had to get to this level in my career.
Fair.
You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's like this much of a worry when I think about my dating life. Because I know my drive. I know how I want to succeed.
So do you think there's a cutoff where women start to settle?
Of course, but I'm not going to be one.
What's the cutoff?
What's the
No,
yeah,
for
men
sure.
definitely settle. But women,
what do you think the cutoff is for women?
Age?
Over 30?
Oh, yeah.
Over 35?
Sure. I think once we hit our 30s, we really be like, damn. And now we really, that's where the whole clock comes in. Now because we know, okay, 40 damn near around the corner once I hit the 35. And I know the men are getting scarce. And then they think about the women that solely want to date black men.
True.
Our pool is even smaller. You know, because you gotta cut down to 50% that are gay.
Yeah, it's a shortage of niggas out here. Black specifically.
I'm talking about the women.
If you poly though.
Nah, if you're poly, yeah.
Shit like that.
But if
shit like
you're
that.
one that doesn't,
I want to know your thoughts on that too.
your
Once you
pool
finish your point.
becomes your pool becomes smaller the higher you go, no matter what area. I feel
Fair.
it's gonna get smaller for men and women. Well, not really men. It may not get as small the percentage
Fair.
for men because they will hop down that bitch for a chance. You know.
What are your thoughts on polygamy though? Since we talking about it.
If it's for you, do it, but it always needs to be a conversation with all the people involved, all individuals.
Understandable.
That needs to be. That can't be something someone is forced into, tricked into, didn't know just didn't know.
Do you think a woman can have two men?
Of course, I've just seen it. But yeah, I
Do
think
the
it's
men
possible.
know about each other?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think I got that power.
I don't think a woman can
I
have
got
two
that
men.
type of pull for sure.
I don't think a woman's supposed to have two men.
Supposedly, is it? Yeah, it can happen. It definitely can happen. It has happened for many years.
No, for sure.
Documented.
I mean, there's nations where they do it, but
Exactly.
it don't make sense to me. But
Why not? You guys
Honest.
running trains on motherfuckers. Why can't y'all all be husband wives?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
point.
Shit like that.
choo choo.
Y'all like running on the same bitches anyway. Once y'all hear, oh, she know how to suck a dick and flip on that bitch at the same time. Oh, I want to run behind that nigga. He just woke up with her. What's the difference?
I ain't that type of nigga. That's the difference.
I'm not just saying y'all.
I
I'm
don't
just
wanna
saying.
say this shit.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
want
We're
it.
talking about
All
it, but
my
I'm
life.
I
just
don't want
saying
it
the
good.
ones that are like.
No, that's fair.
What Ray J say in this thing? Smash homes. Can't smash homes.
Exactly. But people are smashing the homies and they like
Yeah.
that shit. What's that rapper? I just saw an interview about that. Some rapper was explaining why rappers like dating the same girls.
It never makes sense to me. We completely outnumbered by women. I would never. Now listen, I've had one scenario where I smashed a girl that my homie used to smash, but it was like 10 plus years later. You feel me? And I didn't even initiate it. She came on to me, and I told my homie. I say, yo, she be flirting and woo woo. At this time, he got his own thing going on. He got a girl. He got a
Stop your name.
It's bad. I wanted to smash one of my brother's ex-girlfriends too. Probably like two of them. I ain't even gonna lie. Cause first of all, my brother, he had bad.
I mean,
bitches. And I'm not gonna say because I have a lot of brothers, so no one will ever know.
Is that
who
frowned
I'm
upon
talking
though?
about.
Would you tell your brother though? Is the question. Do you feel like
I
you
will
need
have
to
to
tell him?
discuss that further off camera
That's
because
fair.
if I answer it, then people are gonna know
That's fair.
what brother I'm talking about.
That's fair. We can talk off camera. But no, so I only had one scenario where that happened. But other than that, I mean, for me it was situational, right? So I don't feel like I necessarily need to, or I never will, like, you know what I'm saying, be checking up on one of my homie's exes and being like, you know what I'm saying, I won't seek that, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. Like even that scenario, I didn't seek that shit. Like it came to me. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I know you got your own thing going on, but I know y'all used to be a thing. I'm just letting you know what's what. You feel me? Yeah.
Because I feel like if it's done sneakily, then it's like,
I would never do it.
Now I gotta look at you funny. I don't give a fuck how many years ago, bitch.
Yeah, no, it's fair. And I did it. And so, but he was still mad at me though. He was still mad at me though. I love him to this day, and we still, you feel me, kicking and shit. But he was mad at me, and I was like, bro, you got your whole thing going on. You got a baby mama, like y'all together, like, woo, like, what you mad? You want to be with her? If you do, then let me know. I won't do nothing.
That is weird when people.
It was mad interesting,
especially when it's like that. If it's like
it was
it's
mad
10
interesting.
years, like that is interesting. Like I can see if it was one of my.
People still think I'm wrong for it though.
If it was a true love, then you dead wrong. But if it was a bitch that he just fucked as well, then I don't know. I don't know.
He said it's okay.
He did tell me it was cool.
You can't get me approval and then get mad. Yeah, you can't get approval and get mad.
Like, give you the past, and there's no reason for me to be upset.
He did. He still got mad. I was like, oh, that's interesting. But anyway.
That tells more about him than you.
I never be like, go ahead.
Because you bring it to him.
Nah, but depending on who
it is, though. You feel me? You feel me? Depending on who it is.
Dog, that bitch. You better dog ass, too. Because I remember the time she flaked on me. Dog that whole nigga.
That's fair.
Like, put your foot on her neck.
But yeah, I don't know if I can. I don't know. You funny. So, I don't know if I can pinpoint why it's so hard to. So I was once upon a time. I was married for 5 years, right? And I would say I had a good woman. Like she's the mother of my kids. Like, you know what I'm saying. I would say I had a good woman, but a lot of her reasonings to why we, separated and then ultimately divorced. Y'all, I'm divorced. It's cool, like, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm out here single, ready to mingle, you know what I'm saying. You feel me? But it was mad interesting because it was like I had never once ever put my hands on this woman. You know what I'm saying? Verbally, she disrespected me way more than I ever did to her. You know what I'm saying? And it was interesting. So I can't pinpoint why it's so hard to find a good woman in the world that we live in today. I mean, again, for me personally, I think feminism has a lot to do with that. But anyway,
for me, I think it's more about
women empowerment. That's the word I'm really looking for. And that's another thing.
It's more about communication and honesty because men always want to yell, "Oh, women can't handle the truth." No, we handle the truth.
A lot of women can.
Well, you just don't want to give it to us when we're asking for it.
It depends on the scenario.
I'm the type of woman. I'm gonna ask you, cause see, my gut and my intuition ain't never led me wrong. I have never done something out of character and has done me wrong in the process. Never in my life, and that's on my son.
And that's a good segue. Want to find out more? She'll be back. Go ahead.
2 vegetarians eating chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, go follow the YouTube, go follow the Twitter, you feel me? TikTok, Facebook, IG, 2VEC Podcast, number 2 VEC Podcast, you feel me? Make sure y'all go follow Corinthia with a C, not a K, _ moments on IG, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself.
Like it or not, it's your boy, got something to say. Peace
to the bowl of grease.